You already knew. Before the words, before the reaction. Something in you saw it, and you did it anyway. That gap between knowing and stopping. That's where it starts. Break the pattern, a practical method for seeing the loops you're living inside and interrupting them. Not a philosophy, not a belief system. A method. Break the Pattern by Tom Law Jr. Available now on Amazon and free on Kindle Unlimited.
You ever have someone point something out about you, and it's not new? It's not the first time you've heard it. It's one of those things that's come up enough that you don't really get the option to ignore it anymore. And every time it comes up, you feel it almost immediately. That reaction. You want to push back. You want to explain. You want to correct it. Not aggressively, not even defensively in a loud way, just enough to shift it away from you. You know what I'm talking about. You start adding context, filling in details, clarifying your side. And if you're honest, it's not really about helping them understand. It's about getting out from under what just landed. I didn't see that at first. I thought I was just explaining. I thought I was being clear. I thought I was making sure I wasn't misunderstood. But what I started noticing was, every time I did that, I moved past something. Fast. Like I skipped over a part of the moment that I didn't want to sit in. And the part I kept skipping didn't go anywhere. It didn't resolve. It didn't disappear. It just waited and showed up again later. Same pattern, different day, same feeling, same reaction. And after a while, you start to realize it's not the situation. It's not the person. It's something in that moment that you keep moving past. So that's what this is about. Now who's right? Now who's wrong? That's surface level. What we're actually getting into is what happens in the 2 or 3 seconds right after something lands and right before you decide what to do with it. Because those few seconds, that space right there, it runs more of your life than you think. That's the window. And most of the time, you're already out of it before you even know it opened.
Before anything, just notice where you are. Not out there. Here. Something already happened today. A moment, a reaction. Maybe you caught it. Maybe you didn't. But you can feel it if you look for it now. That reaction that starts moving before you even decide. Just notice it. Because the moment you can see it, you're not inside it the same way. If you want something that helps you catch that while it's happening, there's a guide and reflection designed by Self-OS. It's called Before You React. It walks you through that moment so you can see it before it runs. Use it when you catch yourself. All right, let's get into this. You're already in it. You just haven't seen it yet. This is Self-OS, Episode 9, The Window.
So let me slow this down with you for a second. Because you've been in this moment more times than you can count. You just haven't been in it. Something happens, Someone says something to you or about you, or even just looks at you a certain way. And before anything else, before you even think, something shifts. You feel it in your body. It's quick, but it's there. Your chest tightens a little. Your breathing changes. Something in you already knows this matters. And almost immediately after that, the story shows up. Not slowly, not carefully, fast, clean, convincing. And it feels like truth. It doesn't feel like something you're creating. It feels like something you're seeing. And from there, you go one of two ways. You either take it on, or you're inside it, running it back, breaking it down, trying to figure out what it means about you. Or you push it away. You decide it's not accurate, not fair, not worth your time. And you move on. But here's the part I want you to actually hear. Both of those happen after something already started. There's a moment before that, small, quick, easy to miss. But it's there, right after something lands, and before the story locks in. That's the window. And I'm not saying you sit in it perfectly. You won't. Nobody does. But the difference is you start to notice that it exists. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And now, even if it's just for a second, you're not completely gone. You're not fully inside the reaction. You're not fully outside it either. You're right there in between. And I want to be clear. That moment doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like clarity. It doesn't feel like control. It feels uncertain. It feels exposed. Because you haven't decided yet. And that's the part most people can't sit in. So they move fast into reaction, into explanation, into dismissal. Anything but staying there. But if you stay there, even briefly, something changes. Not the situation, not the person. You. Because now you're actually seeing what showed up before you decide what it means.
Something is already here. You just haven't slowed down enough to notice it. Something arrived before the thought, before the story, before you knew what it meant. And for 1 second, you were just in it. No distance, no interpretation. Just this. Stay there. Don't move away from it yet. This is the moment where it usually disappears. This is where the mind starts to take over. Right here. Before it becomes something else. Hold it. The defense wants to load. Let it want. You don't have to follow it to notice it's there. The signal is real. The story is next. You are in the gap between them. And the gap has depth. It has texture. It is not empty. Stay here. Don't move to the next thing. Don't reach for meaning. Let it remain. before it becomes something else. You've been through this gap hundreds of times, always at speed, always already on the way to the reaction. Before you knew this space existed, you are in it now, not moving, not deciding, just present. What just arrived in you while you were listening? Don't name it yet. Stay in it before the story. This is the window. Stay here again, even now. And the mind wants to move on. Don't follow it. The window is always this small and always this available. The only thing it requires is that you be here before it closes, not later, not after the explanation, not once it makes sense, here in the raw arrival. It didn't leave. You just saw it before it turned into something else. That's the difference. That's enough. That's enough.
All right, just come back for a second. Something probably shifted while you were listening. Maybe small, maybe subtle, but something is there now. You don't have to figure it out. Just let it be there. Now go back with me for a second. Those two moves, taking it on or pushing it away. Both of those feel like action. Like you're handling what showed up. But neither one actually changes anything, because whatever keeps showing up keeps showing up. Same situation, different day, same internal response. And after a while, you stop questioning it. You just assume, that's how I am. But that's not actually true. That's just the pattern you keep running. And the pattern keeps running because you never stop in the moment where it starts. That window, that space before you react, that's the only place it can change. Not later, not when you think about it after. Right there. And I didn't get that all at once. For me, it was simple. I would just sit with it. Sometimes I'd write it down. Not to fix it. Not to solve it. Just to actually see it. And when you see something clearly, one of two things happens. You're okay with it, or you're not. And if you're not, that's where something real starts. Because now it's not someone telling you to change. It's you seeing something and deciding for yourself. That's different. That's not reaction. That's recognition. So next time something lands, before you explain it, before you react, before you move past it, just see if you can catch that moment. even if it's quick, even if you almost miss it. That's the window. And now that you've heard this, you're going to start seeing it everywhere. In conversations, at work, at home, in your head. And here's the part nobody tells you. Seeing it is not the same as knowing what to do with it. Because once you catch that moment, you've got about 2 seconds before you go right back into the same pattern. And most people, even when they see it, still miss it. Not because they don't understand it, but because they don't know how to stay there. That's what we're getting into next. Not just noticing the window, but what actually keeps you in it long enough for something to change. Because right now, you're seeing it. Next, we're going to stop you from losing it.
You're going back into the same day. Nothing out there changed. But you didn't leave it the same way. Something is going to happen later. And you'll feel it. Right before you say something. Or don't. You'll recognize it. For a second. And then you'll either move or you won't. That's enough for now. Self-OS. Episode 9.